Sometimes the simplest dishes are the most impressive. This salt and pepper fish uses just a few ingredients, but with the right technique, it turns into something truly special and delicious, crispy, aromatic, and packed with flavor. Let me show you how I make it. I'm starting with 2 tilapia fillets. Start by cutting each fillet in half. Then take the thinner portion and cut it into 4 smaller pieces. For the loin, the thicker part, I slice it at an angle to make thinner, flatter pieces. The goal is to keep everything the same thickness so it cooks evenly. This is the thickness that I want to achieve. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button and give this video a like. Next, I'm going to marinate the fish with a few simple ingredients. To it, I am adding half a teaspoon of salt, a quarter teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, and add about half a tablespoon of oil. The oil helps prevent the fish from drying out and allow the seasonings to coat the fish more evenly. When mixing, be gentle and use a light rubbing motion so the fish doesn't fall apart since the pieces are quite thin. Our fish is now marinated. Let's move on and prepare the batter. In a bowl, I'll crack an egg and whisk it until it becomes smooth and slightly frothy. In the same bowl, add in ½ cup cornstarch, 2 tablespoons all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon baking powder, ½ a teaspoon baking soda, a quarter teaspoon paprika, 70 milliliters water. Whisk the flour mixture until smooth. If you prefer, you can use an electric mixer to make it quicker. This is the consistency I'm looking for. I want a thin batter, just enough to lightly coat the fish. I want a light crunch, while still being able to taste the flavor of the fish. All right, let's move on to the vegetables. We don't need a lot for this dish, just about 25 grams of red bell pepper. This adds color and a bit of extra texture to the fish. Just need 5 grams of shallots. This is optional. I like shallots for their delicate, fragrant flavor, so I'm adding just a little for that purpose. Now that everything's ready, let's start frying the fish. I start by heating the oil on high heat, then add the fish pieces one at a time. The high heat is needed for the initial sear and to form a crust. Once the crust forms on the bottom, I flip the fish to the other side. Let me demonstrate. You can see the gas bubbles forming around the edges. This is the result of using baking powder. Baking powder helps transform a heavy, dense flour into a light, airy, and puffy texture, and that's exactly what we're looking for. When frying, make sure not to overcrowd the pot. If you add too much fish at once, it will lower the oil temperature and the batter won't stick properly. In my case, I'll fry it in 2 separate batches. The total cooking time is around 3 to 4 minutes. Another sign is when the fish starts to turn a light golden color. At that point, you can take it out and let it rest for about 5 to 10 minutes. After resting for 10 minutes, put the fish back into the oil and fry for another 30 seconds. Don't skip this step, it's very important for achieving that extra crunch. Make sure to gently stir so everything crisps up evenly. This is exactly the golden color we want. You might not be able to touch it from your end, but you can see that crispy coating. This is going to be delicious. Our last step. This is where we put everything together. Start with 1½ tablespoon of cooking oil. Now add in our chopped garlic from earlier. Give it a little stir and then add in red peppers and shallots. And then stir for about 10 seconds and then add in our fish. Add in some salt and black pepper and a quarter sugar. Mix them up to coat evenly. The whole house smells so good. Lastly, let's add in our chopped green onions. This is now ready to serve and it goes perfectly with steamed rice. The outside is light and crispy while the inside stays tender and flaky. You get that gentle salt and pepper kick with a fragrant touch of garlic. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.